But my name is Joe Kirking, and this truly is a privilege. This is my 16th time I've been able to be part of this ceremony. And over that period of time, we've watched many wonderful people get inducted in this Hall of Fame. And I tell this to everybody who asks me, this is like one of my favorite days of the year, because I get to see everybody again. But I was involved in racing when Bobby was my hero. So, but seriously, we've all grown up in this, and we always used to say, you come for the excitement, but you leave with the memories. And today, we celebrate those memories. And we celebrate 17 individuals who helped us create those memories, that all these pictures on the walls and everything else that we've talked about for the couple hours that we've all been here and reliving them, and they always come with a smile. Regardless of how angry you were in the moment, when you start to talk about it again, it comes with a smile. So with that, I'll put on my glasses. 16 years ago, I didn't have glasses. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our inductees. Our next inductee is Bobby Dotter. In the mid-1970s saw the emergence of several talented young late model drivers on the Chicagoland racing scene. None of them made a bigger splash than Bobby Dotter. A 16-year-old phenom won 23 feature races at various tracks during the 1977 season. Oh, I absolutely remember that year, Bobby said. Between being 16 years old and winning 23 features, it was the time of my life. God, could you imagine being 16 and winning 23 features? How the cool effect had to just be off the charts, right? Unfortunately, it ruined my career, and basically I could never have success like that again. Truth be told, Dotter went on to have a lot of success. The son of Chicagoland legend Bob Dotter Sr. won late model titles at Indiana and Henry Speedway in Boswell, Indiana. He won races in the ASA Series, the All-Pro Series, and the All-American Challenge Series. Dotter won the Busch Series race, New River Valley Speedway. He drove in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, and for the past 2 decades has been a team owner of the NASCAR trucks and Xfinity circuits. Bobby is part of the legendary racing family. His father was a 3-time ARCA Series champion in Chicagoland. Bobby's brother Dave is one of the most respected wrenchers and car builders in the Chicago area. Bobby won 6 feature races during his career at Grundy. His best memory? I was never fortunate enough to win a championship at Grundy, but I came really close in 1981, Bobby said. It came down to the final night between me and Tom Jones. Whoever finished in front of the other was going to be the champion. Unfortunately for me, Tom won the race and I finished second. But I had a lot of great races there, and especially enjoyed waiting for our payoffs outside and getting together with the other drivers, friends, and family. Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer, Bobby Dotter.
Bobby would like to thank Fred Appleton, the Appleton family, Fred Rompler, and Romplers for helping him get where he's going in life. He's currently has 2 Xfinity teams. Not exactly sure where that's going to go because he's kind of one of the lower funded teams. They still perform every week and have some good runs. You know, it's just hard against the big money that's out there, but Bobby has very fond memories of this racetrack and the people at this racetrack, and it's something he still talks about every day to this time. So thank you for the Hall of Fame for recognizing his accomplishments, and he wishes he could be here, but he's currently taking care of his 2 NASCAR teams. So I guess that's pretty important these days to keep that going. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the white flag. We're down to 1. And save the best for last here. We've got Stosh Kullman. Stosh Kullman earned a reputation as one of the top late model drivers at various Chicagoland ovals from the 1950s into the 1980s. His greatest driving success came at Raceway Park in Blue Island, where he won 50 feature races. His reputation at Grundy County Speedway was that of being many of the competitors' pipeline to victory. Stosh founded SRC Oval Racing Equipment in 1981, becoming a dealer for Dillon Enterprises and Hoosier Racing Tires. The SRC bodies were pretty much the body of choice throughout Chicagoland in the 1980s. Left-hander chassis and Port City Racing, as well as the five-star body dealerships, became an integral part of SRC. His Burnham, Illinois shop was always busy with body installations, chassis work, or assembling complete cars. Stosh's SRC parts trailer was a familiar sight at Grundy, from which he also sold tires and gasoline with his son Wayne and Stosh Jr. Stosh would become a fixture at Chicagoland racing for 50 years, building cars and being an expert at race car setups until his passing in 2003. He was a big behind-the-scenes guy for many of the Grundy competitors, Wayne Kullman said. People would come over to the trailer and go, "Oh my God, Stosh, the car ran good tonight." He'd say, "Well, it should. We set it up for you." He didn't want to take credit for it, but he was just doing what he loved. He was really a friend of Grundy County Speedway, but much more than that, he knew what to do with the car. He knew how to make them go fast. I'm sure his chest is out there. The Kullman family would like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for honoring our father, Stosh Kullman. Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer, Stosh Kullman.
Wow, well, thank you very much, everybody. My dad would be totally blown away by this honor, because even though he did these kind of things for all the drivers out there and all the racers, he helped anybody could help. And that was the important thing to him. He was a big fan of racing. He wanted to excel. He wanted you to excel when he worked on your race car. And that was the important thing for sure. I could get into it, but we won't even talk, but racers' cars would break down. You'd wreck your car in a heat race, come over and pick up all kinds of parts. He'd say, "Don't worry about it, put the parts on the car, make sure it's right. Pay me at the end of the night if you got it." Most of the time they didn't have it. Next week they showed up at the track with money. But he kept the cars on the track, and he carried a lot of guys with a lot of bills. The charge box in the trailer was quite high sometimes. And I don't think a lot of people would recognize that, because you don't know until I just told you. But this is awesome, and he really, just being the race fan he is, he's really appreciative of this award. Thanks. Yeah. He raised a great family. My brother, my two nephews, Michael, Kevin, he took care of all of us the whole time with the racing. We're involved because of this. We've tried to stay involved as much as we can, but we'd like to thank the Hall of Fame banquet and committee, everybody here, for inducting him into the Grundy County Mazon Speedway Hall of Fame. Thank you very much, everybody.
Committee members, where are you at? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Look around you. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the guys that put in the time and effort to make this event and continue this event going. So let's please give them a round of applause to our Hall of Fame committee members. We also want to thank everybody who brought out cars and everything else for us to look at today. That's one of my favorite parts of looking at all these different cars and the history behind all of them. But most of all, we want to thank and welcome our new inductees to the Mazon Speedway, Grundy County Speedway Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Now, when you sign your next check, you have to sign your name, and then you write HOF 2223 on it. All right, that's how you have to sign your autographs from now on. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. God bless you, and we'll see you here next year.